So this is the mixing desk in the Hall control room. It's very similar to the one in the Arts College control room. You can see that this one is a Tascam DM3200, whereas the one in the Arts College control room is a Tascam DM4800. Very similar mixing desks. The only real difference is that this one has less faders. There is still up to 32 channels on the desk, but you can access the extra ones. Instead of having just these controllers here, we've got the layer buttons just to the right of the mixing desk, and each layer changes which fader is controlling what part of the system. So normally you'll just be on the first layer there, channel 1 to 16, and when you've got the first layer selected, these faders control channels 1 all the way up to 16, right? But if I change the layer to layer 2, then this starts to control channels 17 all the way up to 32. And then I've got a third layer, and if that's selected, it controls channels 33 all the way up to 48. We do have an extra layer which is used for recording work, which is the bus layer, bus 1 to 16, and in that case these faders control the buses, right? And you can see that in blue underneath each fader. Now what that effectively means is we have wired up the system so that channels 1 to 16 control microphones and the signal from the laptop in the hall and the laptop in the control room. Now channels 1 up to 8 control our wireless mics at the moment. So if I turn up one of these channels here, whichever mic is connected to that signal will be turned up. If I turn up channels 13, 14, 15 or 16, that turns up one of the laptops. 13 and 14 is the whole laptop, so that gets turned up by turning that up. And notice, even though I'm only moving one fader, both faders are moving. That's because I've set them up as a stereo pair, right? And the same happens if you're turning up the laptop for the control room. So that's stereo paired. Now, as you know, we've also got an iMac in the control room, and in order to control that, we change layer from 1 to 16 to 17 to 32, so the second layer. And in that case, then channels 17 and 18 become the iMac, so turning that up again, it's stereo paired, controls the iMac. So effectively, layer 1 is our analog layer for analog signals, so that's any audio track, and then channel 17 to 32 at the moment we consider to be our digital layer. So the FireWire connection to the Mac makes that a digital connection. So analog, digital. So that will cover the first few steps of this guide. If you want to watch the next video, you'll see how to control routing.